Hello, ddg1003, week 1. I always like to record a screen video with voiceover to kind of guide you through the introduction to the course and kind of get you acclimated with how the Blackboard section is laid out and what will be expected each week as we kind of navigate through the course. So let's start with, we've logged into the course, into your Intro to Graphic Communication course, and you'll notice there's an Announcements tab at the very top on the left-hand side, and this is where I'll post my weekly announcements. Remember, we start the semester on a Wednesday, and we go to the following Tuesday at midnight. So each week I'll post the projects and the objectives, and in many cases, if not all cases, I'll post a video explaining what's going on for the week and what the expectation is. We'll be navigating through the Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign software applications, and we do have a classroom and a textbook for each one of those software applications, and we'll start in Photoshop for the first 3 to 4 weeks, and then we'll move to Illustrator for about a month, and then we'll end in InDesign with about a month, and then a final project for a couple of weeks with an exam. This is an online section, so I'll navigate through the course here for you so you can get an idea of the expectation and learn a little bit about me and kind of kick off the course for you. So each week you'll see the announcements, and then we have the syllabus tab, and there I am in the classroom, and here's my contact information, a little bit about me. I have a terminal degree in graphic design, which I completed in 2001 from a small private Catholic university in Pennsylvania called Marywood. I've been doing this since about '97. And I do everything from print to packaging to web to multimedia design. I also own a small design firm that I continue to do brand identity and web and multimedia solutions for. And about 3 weeks ago, I launched my first iOS app. So now I have an app out on the iTunes store for the iPhone, the iPad, and the iPod Touch called Triptyca. So you can check that out if you want. It's a photo collage application that I'll also be using in the classroom with the semesters coming up, and hopefully I'll have a textbook written around that textbook here in the not so distant future. So here's our syllabus, and please take a look at that and review it. Here's an introduction to the course, which you saw before. In the announcement section, I took this, and then I'll add the video, embedded video to it. And so we'll go into coursework here, and you'll notice that I've bundled 2 weeks at a time. The odd weeks are the classroom projects, and the even weeks are the out-of-book projects, which will give you plenty of time to kind of space out how we're creating things. You'll notice the first 4 chapters will tackle the first 2 weeks in your Photoshop book. So I'm going to go into the weeks 1 and 2 folder, and you'll notice there's a classwork folder, and this is our chapter books, so you'll need to follow along and complete the first 4 chapter books. They take about 30 minutes or so per assignment, tutorial assignment, so it'll take you a couple of hours this first week to complete these first 4 chapters. Very simple follow along assignments. And so let me just go into the learning activity of the classwork folder, which is our week 1 folder, because you'll notice that it once again highlights what we're doing, and then it has the textbook with the source files for each of your chapter assignments, and there'll be a link in pink that you can submit your assignment to me through. So I'll want your Photoshop files submitted through those pink links. I also include PDFs and videos that you can watch. If you're in Firefox, there'll be a little shield up here by the URL. You'll need to click on that and allow for the videos to run. Because they're embedded from YouTube, you'll have to approve those through the little shield up here. If you're in Chrome, I believe there's a little icon over on the right-hand side of the URL area that you'll need to click to allow the script for the videos to run. And you'll notice all the videos down here. So we grabbed a bunch of those, just different kinds of things. And then each week's description, the source files, and the link. So you'll notice that for all 4 chapter assignments: videos, descriptions, source files, and the pink link to submit it for me. So that will be expected this first week by next Tuesday at midnight, which I believe is the 19th. And then I always like to include some design connections or some design history or some just feed your brain, maybe Hall of Fame artists, just things to get you thinking and feeding your brain about design. Salvador Dali, one of my favorites. So hopefully you'll not only get something out of this step-by-step classwork projects, the odd weeks, you'll learn a little bit about artists you may not have known about before, and hopefully it'll feed your brain and inspire you. We also have links here for all kinds of design resources week 1, so tons of stuff in the first week to feed your brain and get you inspired and get you thinking about design. Remember, the pink links are the ones that you'll submit your book projects for me. And so we'll go back, and just so that we kind of give you the lead in to week 2 so you can kind of see how the setup is, we're going to go in here, and then I'm going to go back into the weeks 1 and 2 folder just so you can see that even weeks will actually be out of book projects. And this one, you'll see some samples of some cool stuff, are ads. So you'll actually be designing a 12 by 18 poster and a 700 pixel by 300 pixel web banner. So they'll be hand in hand. So it'll be the same subject matter, chewing gum, but one will be a poster and one will be a web banner. So that'll be week 2. And so the coursework is set up with the odd weeks being classwork and the even weeks being out of book projects. And you'll also notice there is a discussion board. So week 1, you'll post a discussion about what is art and what is design, and it'll give us a chance to interact as professor and student in the class and give us some personal interaction in the content outside of the textbook and the projects. Each week you'll have one of those. And then your final exam, because it's online, will be a proctored final exam through ProctorU, a software and company that manage our online exams. And so hopefully this tutorial gets you kind of started off on the right foot in our ddg1003 course. And I'll go ahead and upload this and embed it in the announcement, and then I'll send it to you, and we'll get the week started off on the right foot. Okay, have a great semester. Bye-bye.